Alright, so recently in the Boruto manga, the pacing has been kind of slow, right? Because now that we got out of the Shiki art, we're sort of building up the next major thing, which is going to be Code's invasion, right? And I believe this year there was an interview saying that the Boruto Time Skip was going to be happening this year and that we're finally going to be going into that. With Kishimoto taking over, I wonder now if that's actually going to be happening, because look at how the manga is being paced right now, right? We've had at least 3 or 4 build-up chapters and we only have about 4 months left in the year to where we'll be getting manga chapters, right? So if the Boruto Time Skip comes this year, then that's obviously going to get rushed, right? Because you can't rush that sort of character development and everything like that and fight scenes in 4 months. So it's going to need to expand for a little bit more, and I feel like there's a lot more things that they can sort of fit into the story and flesh it out just a little bit more. We're finally to the point to where they're going to be doing this big fight. Kawaki's running away, Code is now searching for him, and Sasuke is still investigating for Code. Eventually these 3 are going to meet up, I assume, right? Because they're all sort of in the same general vicinity, and that's just kind of how anime goes, right? I'm sure that Code and Kawaki are going to have some sort of dialogue, which is going to take up a couple of pages as well, because Code said he wants to actually talk with him, and I'm sure they're going to expand that dialogue for a little bit. You know, that's going to take up a good bit of that chapter in particular. I feel like going to this next chapter, towards the end, is when Sasuke might actually show up. Sasuke and Code actually fighting is going to take around 3 or 4 chapters, right? Because in Boruto, the fights usually lasted around 2 to 3 chapters, maybe 4, maybe 5 for really major fights, but you know, they usually last around that 2 to 3 mark for just the other fights. So I'm sure Sasuke, when he pops up and when he fights Code, which I'm assuming he's gonna fight Code, it's not confirmed, I'm just making an assumption here, but when he does that, I don't think the fight's gonna be quick. So we're definitely gonna get like 3 or 4 chapters or 2 to 3 chapters where that fight's going on and they're actually taking on Code, and that will sort of lead us into December or January. That's just kind of my point, right? Because there's not enough time to actually fit in events to lead us to this time skip. It wouldn't make any sense at all. And you know, by the time this fight ends in December or January, then we're gonna need some other chapters to sort of finish up the first half of the story. That way we can get sent off into the time skip. Now there's a lot of other things that we got to take into account, right? First, we got Amato, right? Amato has been building up this cyborg that's supposed to help the Leaf Village, and I wonder if that cyborg's actually done yet, right? So let's say that the cyborg's actually finished and Amato can activate the cyborg to help out Kawaki or whatever the case may be. We still don't know what the cyborg's for. Probably get some involvement with that cyborg, and that's going to need some more development. If that character is a new character, we're going to need some time to get that character established to who he or she is. That way we can fully understand where they're coming from. And Amato's plans too, right? We kind of all been thinking about what are his plans, what is Amato really trying to do, and Shikamaru sort of catching on. So I really want to get Amato's plans to be fully revealed before the time skip happens, or I want him to do something super drastic to where we're just left, you know, wondering on our seats to where what the heck did Amato just do and how is this going to sort of affect the future event. So I feel like that needs to happen sometime soon, which it probably is because they've been sort of hinting at it for a little bit now. Also, we need to see how Kawaki and Boruto end up in their different situations, or what kind of leads them down that path. So in Boruto episode 1, we both know that they're fighting, and we kind of need to get it established to how that actually becomes, into why Kawaki will feel like he needs to send Naruto to some sort of certain place, and to why the 2 are even fighting in the first place. I feel like the motivations for the 2 are kind of being revealed like little by little every chapter. You know, originally I thought it was gonna be something involving like the shinobi system was flawed or whatever like that, but it kind of sees now that, you know, Kawaki's just doing this all for Naruto, so that could be another motivation for why he's even fighting Boruto in the first place. Maybe something dealing with like their different motives or their different methods to protecting the Leaf Village and Naruto and whatever. They do have some pretty big disagreements when they do disagree, so it's definitely not off the realm of possibility. But also Ada and Damon just got introduced into the story, and we really need to give them at least one time to shine before this time skip actually occurs. We haven't even seen Ada or Damon fight, right? Because apparently they have more abilities that they have access to, but they're kind of keeping it on the wraps. Now, they don't have to use Ada and Damon before the time skip, I will admit that. I think that's probably one of the 2 characters where they can kind of sort of reserve that for after the time skip if they get used for like a certain fight or whatever, or they do like some flashbacks or whatever the case may be. But those two don't necessarily need to be shown now, but it would be really nice if they involve them in the story more and maybe get them involved in a fight or two, right? But I will admit, it does seem kind of weird to even show them and to even talk about their abilities if they're not going to fight. So it can go either way for me personally. But yeah, kind of, you know, the main summary and the main point of this is that this time skip is not happening this year. I feel like it's going to be sometime in May or June or sometime in the summer. I think there's still some more build up to be done. There's still some more work to be, you know, laid down and to sort of build up a better foundation for the story. This whole Kawaki thing with him running away from the Elite Village is definitely going to last for probably like another 6 months, most likely. So hopefully that now that they've kind of like already established where the story's going, we'll be wrapped up pretty quick, because I don't expect any more surprises to sort of pop up now. We kind of have the framework for what's going to be happening in this next arc. We're going to be starting it soon in September. So yeah, pretty much it. Just letting y'all know that pretty much my thoughts on, you know, when this time skip's actually going to occur. I know there's already been a whole bunch of videos. I made like 2 already about it, but I honestly thought it was going to happen, you know, prior to these chapters coming out, but doesn't seem like that way anymore. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the time skip may actually occur this year, or they might actually speed up some things, or do you think that they're going to sort of flesh out the story a little bit more and build up some character development and make things a lot more interesting? Anyways, hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Discord. I'll see you guys later. Peace.